Hi folks, Dr. Bob McCauley. I went in to get my blood work run about a year ago and my blood pressure was slightly elevated. My doctor tried to put me on some kind of medication. Yeah. So I was reminded about this when I went in for my 2019 blood work, that in 2018 I went in for my blood work and I'd had a cup of coffee. Okay, I admit it. My blood pressure was first thing in the morning. I'm running around and my blood pressure was a little bit high. So what is the reaction of every medical doctor? Medication. What else are we going to do? So they put me on, or tried to put me on, Printavil. Tried. So I came back here a year later and she looked at her notes, the nurse, and she says, well, you're on Printavil. And I said, no, I'm not on Printavil. You're not on Printavil? I said, no, I'm not on Printavil. Says here you're on Printavil. I said, no, I never went and got the prescription. Well, my notes say, I don't know what your notes say, but I don't do medications. I don't do drugs of any kind. And I didn't do Printavil. And then she took my blood pressure. Well, my blood pressure now this year was great. It was perfect. Now, how did that happen? First of all, let's talk about Printavil. Well, Printavil is an ACE inhibitor for high blood pressure. Okay? As ACE inhibitor. It means it's going to lower your blood pressure. So I looked it up, and Printavil, the side effects are cough, headache, dizziness, depressed mood, drowsiness, nausea, upset stomach, vomiting, diarrhea, mild itching, and skin rash. Well, that sounds like something I want to start taking every single day. It might give me any of these side effects here. You know what? I said to myself, I'm going to find a different solution. So that's what I did. So I started looking for herbs that lower blood pressure. And I did a lot of research and I came up with this great formula. It's called Pressure Relief. Okay, and that's my blood pressure formula. It really works great. It's working for me. It's got olive leaf extract, celery seed extract, Hawthorn extract, Schisandra extract, and black pepper extract. And the other thing I did was I started research on deep breathing exercises because I knew for years and years this is a great way to lower your blood pressure. Now my blood pressure really wasn't elevated that high. It was 140 or something like that. But you know, to the medical industry, if you're out of the range, well, you know, like your blood sugar level used to be, you could be 120 and you were okay. Well, they lowered that down to 100. And so if your blood sugar is over 100, well, now you're pre-diabetic. You know, that wouldn't be any reason they would just try to sell more medication or anything like that. They would never do that, no. But so my blood pressure is slightly elevated, Printavil. So I developed this herbal extract formula, which really works good, I think. I think it's working fantastic. It does for me. But then I did deep breathing exercises, and they're pretty simple. And what you want to think about is, you know, your blood pressure. So your blood pressure, your heart is pushing on your body, okay, and it's creating a pressure. And if your capillaries and your veins and your arteries are not big enough, you know, you're going to have high blood pressure. You know, it's like the pressure inside a hose. So you want to really try to open all that up, okay? And the way to do this is, it's really pretty simple. You breathe in and you hold it. Now don't hold your breath. Don't do this. You don't want to do that. You just want to hold it. Oh, and I like to stretch out like this, and you do this as much as possible because what you're doing is you're trying to create all these new capillaries. You're trying to get the blood pushed out into the very far extremities of your body, into the last little tiny veins and capillaries and everything that's out there. And by doing that, what you'll see, the blood has more places to go, and then you lower your blood pressure. You know, high blood pressure is really dangerous. It can lead to hardening of the arteries, and of course, it's definitely a precursor to heart disease or cardiovascular disease of all kinds. So it's really the most common disease out there is high blood pressure. Of all the diseases, of all the symptoms that are out there, it's high blood pressure, hypertension. But this is an incredible way to really just relax your body and to kind of just get, you know, you really will create more capillaries by doing this, but at least fill the blood and get those little tiny, really just 1 or 2 blood cells into the capillaries. That's all that would fit in these little tiny capillaries out throughout the body. But by breathing it in and holding it. Now you got to do this every day for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, every single day. You do it while you're sitting and watching television, or you're riding into work, or whatever you're doing. Just breathe in and hold it. Don't hold your breath. Just hold it as long as you can. And when you take your blood pressure, and if you could just try this at home, you take your blood pressure, put it on, and then as your blood pressure goes up, you just breathe in and just let yourself take your blood pressure, and you'll see that blood pressure will come down, because you're, again, kind of expanding the whole body, so there's not as much pressure on the veins and the arteries and the capillaries and all that stuff in the body. So between my formula pressure relief and my deep breathing exercises, I didn't have to take Prinavil. So if you're on an ACE inhibitor, if you're on Prinavil, you're on another one, and maybe you're thinking, hey, I don't want to get dizzy or, walk into walls or, or get a depressed mood or any of these other crazy side effects, maybe I could try doing something natural. That's what I did, and for me, it worked out great. Dr. Bob, I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button so you don't miss any of my health updates.